And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter along with our odds maker, Keith Fusel. Glad you're with us here on opening weekend at Laurel Park. We had a big opening day yesterday. The handle was over $3 million. That was way up from opening day last year. Of course, we're enjoying an increased handle all year. Every meet the handle's been up, including recently the summer meet. The handle was up over 25%. So a big handle on opening day to get the big fall meet going.
I don't think we're going to change. I mean, our path, I think, is just straight up. I mean, that's the way it's been in Maryland the last year, year and a half, 2 years. They've got everything going the right way, and we're heading into what looks to be a really good fall meet.
And a big day today, 12 races, 7 on the turf, 2 stake races on the main track, the Chaladon and the Shine Again, some nice fields. And then let's talk about the track conditions. The turf looks beautiful, yielding yesterday, yielding today as well. It was playing pretty fair yesterday with speed and closers, I think, on the turf.
Yeah, for the most part. The interesting, I thought, on the turf course yesterday, the inner part was holding speed a little bit better. Outer, we saw some closers like Gary Cap-Firster came rolling from the back of the pack, and I think all I care about for DePaz and Sagamore, with a big run after some early traffic. So, we'll monitor the situation with the turf courses. I'm going to start with yielding. Still a little chill in the air late last night into the morning. If we need to change it, we will do so very quickly.
They redid the main dirt track over the Timonium break, and that looked pretty good yesterday. It was a fast track yesterday. We'll have a fast track again today. We had some speed and closers on the main track yesterday as well.
If anything, I saw maybe a little bit slower. You saw the final times, not blistering fast. Safety first here, and then I'm sure tweak it from there.
John Salzman Jr., he had a big day. Nice win yesterday with his 2-year-old filly Limited View, and talking to him in the winner's circle afterwards, if all goes well, that filly, a probable starter for the Maryland Million. That's a ways away in October, but it's that time of year as you're starting to see some young horses and older horses gearing up for the Maryland Million. These next couple of weeks will be the final prep races, most likely, for a lot of horses you'll see in the Maryland Million.
Absolutely. That horse came back strong. Her Cat Will Fool You ran really big for Schoenthal down inside the entire way. Didn't give up much the final furlong, so keep that one maybe on your stable mail for down the road.
All right, let's get right to it here in the opener. It's beautiful. We're in the 60s today. Fast main track, yielding turf course. Let's start here with the race 1 to kick off the day. It's the first of 7 races on the turf, on the bowl game and the Exceller turf courses today. The rail setting for the bowl game, 17 feet. For the Exceller turf course, the rail setting is 70 feet. So let's take a look here at race 1, which kicks off that rolling super high 5. Every race with a rolling super high 5, every race with 7 or more horses, low 15% takeout on that super high 5. And also the opener kicks off the early pick 5, industry low 12% takeout, mandatory payout on the early pick 5. So that starts in the opener. I like the early pick 5 and the late pick 5 today. I had a big opening day yesterday. I hit the early and the late pick 5, so I'm going to try to parlay it today with all these big fields.
I just hope the fans listen. We try to give them some good information, so pay attention. And we're not a bunch of chalk eaters either over here. We alert you to some prices. When you got to kind of just side with the fave, sometimes we do, but we do our homework. I know you do. I mean, Tim does a lot of his homework, everybody else, Kimber, so the whole gang. We're here for you to make money. That's our job.
Well, let's take a look here at race 1. 25,000 starter allowance, optional claiming 25,000, going 5.5 furlongs on the bowl game. Rail setting here, 17 feet. I think the 7 on the outside, a little Love Machine, is going to get a beautiful trip. Jockey Katie Davis, she had a 2-win day yesterday, and she had another win for Hugh McMahon. Those two are red hot together, almost 30%. I think Little Love Machine with that speed on the outside for Hot Connection is going to get a beautiful trip. The one lone turf try was against Maiden 35. 5,000 at Monmouth earlier this summer. A good second that day to Harlan's Quest, who had come right back to win. So now Lil Love Machine has broken her maiden. She's a 2-time winner. He's a 2-time winner. Speed on the outside. The 7, my top pick.
They've been trying to get this colt back to the turf course. They get it today. Harlan's Quest has come back and run a couple good numbers, a 71 and 70, following up that win back in June at Monmouth. I think Little Love Machine is going to have some company up front. Crimson Secret will not let this horse get away too far. I think Crimson Secret's an improving type. He's going to make a move into the pace. Those two kind of contest it. I think it sets it up for Roby's Boy. I think he's run against a little bit better. Stan, his last 2 races, the blinkers have gone on. The transition to the turf course has really woken this horse up. He makes a good run from the back of the pack, shorter field. Shouldn't encounter a ton of trouble. He doesn't have a whole lot of speed. He'll settle and make one run.
I love Roby's boy. I had a big exact last out when he was second to Miner's Quest, who won at a decent price. So Roby's boy will be running late. I use that runner in my exacta. We both like the one a little bit here. Chili Magician, tough inside post here for trainer Mike Trombetta and this 3-year-old By Street Magician. Julian Pimentel will ride. Nice win last out, coming from off the pace on a yielding turf course.
It was a good sustained run last time out. Crimson Secret beat him two starts back. He seems to be maybe the most improving horse in this field.
So interesting, Alex Cintron won on Chili Magician last time, but Cintron today in the first race on the 6 T-Sizzle for Mary Epler. Still, you get a good rider in Julian Pimentel on the 1 Chili Magician.
T-Sizzle, I don't think you can kind of overlook this horse. Got a nice, useful tightener off a long layoff on the main track at 6 furlongs. Turns back a little bit, now goes dirt to turf. You see the turf tries on the dirt, mile and a 16th on the routes. Top of mind, Oosby, Andalusi. Good horses. The sprint's the question mark. I think this horse will offer a decent late run.
All right, Cintron had a 2 or 3 win day yesterday. I believe at least 2. So he's off and running here to start off the fall meet. So nice turf sprint to kick off the early pick 5. Remember, mandatory payout on that early pick 5 with that industry low, 12% takeout. The second race kicks off the first of 3 pick 4s. The pick 4s today start races 2, 5, and 9. You like the early pick 4, Keith, starting here in the second race. Let's take a look at your ticket.
A little shocked because I think the third race is absolutely wide open. You see I spread 7 horses deep in race number 3. Getting it started with the 4 and the 5. We're going to try to beat the favorite. The 6 Spot on Fark will be around 8 to 5, 7 to 5, maybe when things are all said and done. Looks like the speed, but I think Slim getting a little extra ground. A Hurricane Herald on the turn back. I'm going to take those 2 to hopefully get the job done in race 2. 2 deep there, 7 deep in race 3, 3 deep in the 4th with the 2, 4, and 5, and then finishing off in the 5th, we're going to single the 4, Sir Mischief.
The barn has been high on that horse. I remember before the first race against Maiden Special Weight Company on the turf, the barn loved them that day. They loved him in the second race. Now a big drop to the Maiden 25 today. First time gelding, blinkers on the 4, Sir Mischief. That's a nice Maiden 25. Couple nice Maiden races today. So let's take a look here at the second race to kick off this early pick 4. We're going 6 furlongs on the main track. Maiden claiming 10,000, 3 and up. I go with the 4, Slim. You have this horse on your ticket.
I do.
Been knocking on the door here. Came 5 wide with the rally last out. Second time Lasix, a good second. He's been second or third his last, 5 starts now. Stevie Hamilton back aboard today for Mike Juralis. Maybe today is the day Slim gets up going 6 furlongs.
Yeah, has had the rail post the last 2, Stan. It's kind of dropped a little bit further off the pace than what he would like. I think he can get a little bit closer and here a good steady run. I like the extra ground for Slim. Spot on Fark is the speed. He looks like the quickest early, but, man, looks just like a giveaway. Dropping off of that maiden 40, tried 7 furlongs back in June. Set sail. The blinkers come off. Good workouts. It just looks too good. Hurricane Herald, though, I like. Gary Capuano turning this horse back. Held pretty well at a mile. The past 2 years, route the sprint with maiden claimers on the dirt. He's 3 for 4. I know it's a small sample, but I'll take a 75% clip.
Yeah, I love the cutback in distance. Gary Cap with a nice winner yesterday. 7-pound apprentice Luis Rodriguez. He won some races at Timonium. So 4-5 for me, 5-4 for Keith here in the second race. We both like the 8 on the outside. La Chic, a first-time starter for Susan Cooney. J.D. Acosta aboard, 3-year-old by Arch out of a private terms mare. Some decent works down there in Virginia at the training center where Susan Cooney trains at. But they did bring the horse up to work 5 furlongs from the gate back in July.
We've seen that angle work for Susan Cooney. Has a sibling, I think it was a 14-time winner. So definitely some winners in the family. I'm going to watch first time, just use underneath.
All right, so let's turn the page here. Another turf race in the third race. We're going 5.5 furlongs on the Exceller turf course with the rail setting at 70 feet here. It's a nice claiming 7,500, 3 and up, wide open. I go with the 5 here. Super Secret came 7 wide last out at this level on a yielding turf course with the 7-pound apprentice Cassie Berg aboard and just got beat a neck by Colemont Fire. Right back in at the same level, gets a yielding track again. 7-pound apprentice Casey Berg aboard here for trainer Lucy Hull. This horse had a nice win against Open, 11,000 earlier this year at Pimlico.
This horse fits the level. You say I went 7 deep in here. Maybe even could go more. Against the wind, looks like the horse to beat. Stan, dropping, fresh, strong jockey trainer combination right now. This horse, last couple times it was at Laurel, faced some really quick horses early and fell a little bit too far off the pace. This field, not as much speed, so should be tactical enough to have them set in right in range of turning for home. I'm going to use against the win. I think price shots maybe here's Johnny 4 or 5 to 1 shot. Shows a lot of versatility. Fergal Lynch rides the turf really well. The trainer hits it a good 21% with this type of layoff. Here's Johnny first off the claim, makes her run into it. And to the outside, how about Mr. Stream? Not a ton of speed in here. I think he's hedging back forward. I think the road goes through him the last eighth of a mile. He could pull it off an upset, and you're going to get in that range of 10 or 12 to 1 on him this afternoon.
All right, so we're kind of all over the place
Yeah.
here. We both like the 3 against the win down there on the inside. Katie Davis and Hugh McMahon. Looks like the turf is going to be listed as good.
Okay.
They just
Little
changed.
upgrade.
I got
Good.
word from the trailer they're going to have it good here for the opener. We'll keep an eye on it. Any changes, we'll let you know right away. So the 3 against the win, the horse to beat here in the 3rd race. I go with the 5, Super Secret. I like your top pick, though, the 7. Here's Johnny. He's been right there the last few starts. First off the claim here for New Barnes. A Soy positive ROI first off the claim. Fergal Lynch should get a nice stalking trip here. Doesn't have to be as far back as the horse was last time.
No, he keeps up against the right horses. Our Independence, Odlum horses are really running well. Had some trouble last time out. Looked like a winner. Was coming on the outside, but here comes Super Secret to snipe him at the wire. Hey, here's Johnny. I think he's poised to run a good race back. He's steady. That's the one thing with him. He's very consistent, and I'll take that in this field in a wide open race.
How about the 1 Great Harbor K? Throw out the last race going a mile on the main track. How about the race 2 starts to go sprinting on the turf right here at Laurel on a good turf against Open 11 Company. A good second that day to the Great Provider. Javion Toledo's just going to have to navigate a good trip here from the inside. Hopefully can break with a little speed and get good position early on for Jamie Ness with the 1 Great Harbor K. So it's a tricky turf sprint here.
Yeah.
Nice, some nice open 7,500 claimers in the 3rd race. Let's turn the page here. Nice maiden special weight here in race 4. We're going 5.5 furlongs on the Bolgang turf course rail here at 17 feet. It's a maiden special weight, 3 and up, and I'm going to go with the 2. Go with the terrain on. No. The 4, my top pick here. The 2 is a well-bred first-time starter for Horacio De Paz in Sagamore Farm. We can. Well, you pick the 2 on top. Let's start with that one because I have some good notes on this one. I'll let you take it though. This one from a real nice dam who's produced some real nice horses.
Yeah, produced some really nice horses. All I care about. The one yesterday,
yeah.
Had the traffic and still came with a big wide run. Scat Daddy's hit it a good clip in this kind of situation, 15%. The thing that worries me, kind of a little bit late to the race, is you'll really look at it. I'll work June 4th, June 11th, and then September 1st. But they hold the horse maiden special weight.
Sure.
DePaz, Sagamore, deadly combination first time out. Clever Triad just looks like a horse that's going to run hard and just isn't going to get over the top. But
Sure.
certainly, I mean, may do it this afternoon. I think go with the terrain. Another first that could be live is a 3, Boot Hill. Don't know a whole lot about Stratford Hill as a stallion, though. He was a grade 3 stakes winner on the turf, sprinting on the turf for Pletcher. Lone Sib, 3 for 4, sprinting on the grass.
I go with the 4, Clever Triad on top, but I respect and fear your top pick here. The 2, go with the train. Going to Market is a half brother to this horse. That horse made $260,000 going long on the turf and dirt. And I think the late 3-year-old here, they keep the horse at maiden special weight. This horse also a half to Southampton Way, who's just second in a grade 2 up there at Saratoga. So comes from a real nice family. Maybe once longer down the road, we'll see. Kevin Gomez is going to have to get a good trip from the inside. DePaz recently 28% with a positive ROI with his debut runner. So that's a real nice first-time starter. I think the 4 Clever Triads paired up some similar buyers in all 3 races. 2 good thirds, and most recently a second was wide, bumped at the start on a yielding turf course. Forest Boy stays aboard for Ann Merriman. Hopefully today, with some better racing luck, could be the day for the 4 Clever Triad.
It could be. He's run 3 really good races, and you look at Exploited Vision has come back to run well the hardest way. He's run against the right kind, but when you see horses like this in this kind of running style, it's just like needs that perfect storm to set it up. But might get it today. Mr. Small ran awfully good first time out. I like the little freshening Tim Keefe has given this 3-year-old by Orientate. Was a big price, 28 to 1. Good
Yeah.
internals. She'll clear, just couldn't hold on. Some kind of magician beat him. That was a Trombetta horse.
Yep.
Went right up to New York and ran an 84 at Saratoga, encountering some trouble. I think this horse is a little bit better than that debut race.
I liked Mr. Small in the debut at 28 to 1. I
Yep.
won't get that big a price today, but still a decent price here on the 5, Mr. Small. It's a nice maiden special weight there in the 4th race, sprinting on the bowl game turf course. Another nice maiden race here in the 5th race. This is the 2 horse that I have on top.
Okay.
Number 2 Love Doctor here in the 5th race. We're going 5 furlongs on the main track, maiden claiming 25,000. I got the money with this horse's half brother Showalter,
Yeah.
who won first time out here at Laurel for trainer Bobby Leaf at about 9 to 1. So number 2 Love Doctor is a half brother to Showalter, also a half brother to Everyday Heroes, who made over 240,000. The Dam Lucette, she was a stakes winner, made about 100,000, won a stake race, going 5 furlongs on the dirt. Same distance here for the debut assignment. Gary Capuano, nice first time out winner yesterday with the Raspberry Swirl horse. Lasix end debut, some nice works here, and the apprentice Carlos Carrasco aboard.
Gary Capuano running a lot of horses. Got a lot of firsters over the next couple days. Had a winner yesterday. Love Doctor.
Stat, you got a stat.
Oh, yeah, I've got a
Yelling at
stat
me.
for
Everybody's
Gary
yelling
Cap.
at
Here
me.
we go. Here we go. For the other Gary Cap runner in this race, number 6, Jovis. His sire, Roman Ruler, said at a 26% clip with first-time starters and dirt sprints over the past 2 years. Pretty strong, and it was a pretty big sample stand. He's live both ways here. And talking about Lucette, the dam of Love Doctor, has had 5 first-out winners. That's awfully strong for the 2 Love Doctor and Lucette. I like Sir Mischief stand. I think this horse is a reported. I thought first time gelding blinkers go on, comes out of the Barry Lee race with VIP code. I think Sir Mischief is the speed of the speed in race 5. Unless one of these firsters really go blazing out, I think this horse can dictate.
Taking that big drop from maiden special weight to maiden 25 here for the 4 Sir Mischief. I use that one runner in my top 4. The 5 Midnight Cry, a very useful debut effort. I bet the horse down to about 9 to 2 against maiden 25. Came with a nice late rally. Good, got up for a good third. Steve Hamilton stays aboard. We both like the 5 here. Midnight Cry. We both like, no, I have the 8 in there, Brahms Romp as well.
Okay.
Just an okay 4th at this level last out.
Yep, good little race here. I'll be interested to see these firsters with Gary. I know he's always on Gary Capuano's second time out, but I said he's running a lot of first-time starters of late. Maybe he starts changing his MO a little bit and tries to crack right out of the box.
All right, so nice little maiden 25, 5 furlongs on the main track there in the 5th. Let's take a look here at race 6, going 5.5 furlongs on the Exceller turf course with the rail at 70 feet, claiming 16,000. Never won 2 lifetime. I go with the 5. He's a pussycat, I think, very fast, just like the maiden win July 8th here at Laurel Park against maiden 16. Went right to the front and won by 8. Nice 67 buyer speed figure that day for trainer William Strawn. This is a 4-year-old by Boston Stone. Angel Cruz, good rider, gets aboard today. Forget about the last race on the dirt. This horse a lot better on the turf. There's some other speed in here, but I like the 5. He's a pussycat, and we'll get a decent price here, 6 to 1 right now.
Yeah, I should have probably. I'm going to use this horse. I should have had him in my top 4. I kept looking. We had a late scratch of Pearsonator, who I thought was going to be part of speed. He's a pussy guy. Was awfully quick 2 races back, and he didn't run terrible in the dirt. I know he was beating 12 lengths, but went back and watched that race. He was trying to the wire, backed probably to his preferred surface. He's going to have to deal with Party Regent. Now there goes in Margarita Sunrise as we lose his sheet. But my top selection is going to be the 6, Papacho for Jamie Ness. I think this horse is going to get enough speed to set him up. 8 to 1, I might have been a little bit too high on the morning line. This horse might come down a little bit off of that strong jockey trainer combination over the past couple of years. I think Papacho gets the setup in here.
With the couple, just one scratch in the body here. That's the 12. So the 13 Speedy Slew runs, and so we're kind of all over the place here.
Yep.
We both like the 1 Oyster Soup. J.D. Acosta aboard for Ollie Figgins. Just going to have to carve out a good trip, making up ground from the inside there.
Yeah, Barcraft the 2. I'm going to use the 8 horse as a price. I'm going for a blow-up in race number 6. Barcraft, the blinkers went on, showing a little bit more speed. Has ability on the turf course. I think this horse will make a good run from the back of the pack.
All right, let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, we have 2 stake races today, but how about the maiden special weight in race 7 to kick off the Rainbow Pick 6? Some well-bred first-time starters in there. We'll start with the 7th race right after this. Welcome back today at the races presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter, Keith Fustel. A Big 12 race card for you today, including 7 races on our world-class turf course, 2 stake races on the dirt. It's beautiful out here.
Gorgeous.
Some picturesque clouds in the sky. We'll be in the upper 60s. Fast main track, turf rated as good today. Let's take a look here at the 7th race to kick off the Rainbow Pick 6. A little carryover for you here on the second day of the meet. A little shy of $700, $673 here in this 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. Starts in race 6 today. A nice maiden special weight for 3-year-olds and upward, going 6 furlongs on the main track. The 5 New World and the 6 Sumi, they're going to get bet a lot, just like the 2 Cobb down there on the inside. I'll go with the 7, Best Kind of Trouble here. My top pick on the outside here, kind of on the outside for trainer Timmy Keefe. Angel Cruz will ride this 3-year-old by Preakness winner Shackelford. The Damn Fancy Diamond, she was pretty good. She made $276,000. This guy has 2 older siblings. They both won the debut against Maiden Special Weight on a good track here at Laurel. Very good third that day. The Hardest Way was a heavy favorite that day who won, and then Cedartown, who was second, would come back to win. So a strong debut effort, I think, here for the 7, Best Kind of Trouble, my top pick here in race 7.
Yeah, going to be forward a long way. Just got a little tired late, but was fan wide, made a nice move into a decent pace. The Hardest Way just a little bit too good that afternoon. I think the Best Kind of Trouble comes back and runs a good effort. I like the 2, though, Cobb. I went back and watched both reruns. This horse was dead game after encountering trouble. Some gait issues for Cobb. Let's hope the freshening has helped this horse, maybe got this horse back to the gate, got a little bit of practice, and he comes out clean. If he does, I think he's got a very impactful middle move that will get the job done in race number 7.
He's by Pioneer the Nile. They paid almost $300,000 for him at Keeneland. Mark Reed, he's been winning some races at Delaware. He was a little cold earlier this year, the summertime, and the winter spring meet here at Laurel. Maybe the barn can heat up here a little bit. The horse has been working lights out up there at Delaware. A couple bullets coming into this race, so I respect him. I use him in my top 4. The 2 Cobb with Alex Cintron, who had that 2-win day yesterday. I throw the 5 New World into my exact 3-year-old by Bernardini here for trainer Michael Stidham. I believe we have a stat here. We have a stat on trainer Michael Stidham, the trainer of the 5 New World by Bernardini, and the Damn Stellar Jane, who was a multiple Grade 1 winner who made over $1.5 million.
Absolutely. Here we go. Over the past 2 years, Mike Stidham, 3 for 11 and 7 for 11 in the money with 3-year-olds and up. Maiden firsters sprinting on the dirt. There's a positive ROI of $2.32. You said it, Stan. I have a really nice mare, Stellar Jane, over $1.5 million in earnings. His other horse, the 1 Bird's Nest Party, I think is also a user. Reported first-time gelding for the 1. Ran quick enough at 2. Doesn't have to improve much off of those 2-year-old figures to get the job done this afternoon.
It's a nice group. Don't forget about the 6 Sumi, first-time starter from the Bill Comlow barn. A lot of horses are shipping in to Laurel here for this race. Sumi just walks right out of his stall for the for the debut assignment. A 3-year-old by Blame. The Damn Sue's Good News by Woodman. She was a graded stakes winner, made over $200,000. This colt is a half brother to Tis Ms. Sue, who made over $1 million. So some nice pedigree here with the 6 Sumi. A nice bullet, 5 furlong work here at Laurel. Fergal Lynch aboard. Comlow, he's been around here for a long time. Looks like he's got a nice one here.
That's what we've got coming into Maryland. 2 stallions with $100,000 purchases and a nice stud fees. And really interesting. Cobb keys up. The couple of the horses out of his races come back to run fast. I just think if he's put it all together, he's going to be awfully tough.
All right, a nice maiden special weight, spotlighting some nice pedigrees there in the 7th race. All right, the late pick 5 starts in race 8. The late pick 5 I bet yesterday. I hit my on-air ticket, missed just by 1 horse. I keyed on Jump, Drive, and Whale, but Grecian Prince was just too tough. Had a beautiful trip with Katie Davis in one of the features yesterday. But I like the late pick 5 today. Let's take a look here, starting in race 8. Here's my ticket, a $48 play. I need 2 singles on this late pick 5 because the first leg, race 8, is for Gentry World Cup of Nations rider. You see the weights are a little higher. Some amateur riders here for race 8. So I'm going to go 6 deep. Hopefully I'll get a covered here. I'll be alive after race 8 using the 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. Then race 9, the Shaladon going 7 furlongs on the main track for $75,000. My best bet of the weekend, number 6, a Fleet Willie from the Claudio Gonzalez barn with Victor Carrasco aboard. I'll key on the 6, a Fleet Willie in the Shaladon. Race 10 is a nice first level allowance contest, going 9 furlongs on the Exceller Turf Course. The 13, Do That Dance, a very good third last out in the find behind Just Howard. I also like the 12, Bow Spirit in there at a big 20-1 price. A couple key scratches in race 10. The 10, Beale Street Dancer scratches, and the 14, Tennessee Wildcat scratches. Therefore, that draws in the 15, Enough is Enough, and the 16, Chateau de Vizille. So 2 key horses draw in off the AE, 15 and 16 in race 10. They're both live, I think. And then in the Shine Again, going 7 furlongs on the main track train of Jimmy Jerkins, has one of the favorites, the 13, Summer Reading. I like that filly, but I like the other Jimmy Jerkins filly. Number 11, Bombshell, will get a better price on that filly. She was a nice allowance winner, going 2 turns last out here at Laurel. So 4 deep for me in the Shine Again. And then I'm going to key on the 9, St. Mamie. In race 12, I think she's a 5-year-old mare for Timmy Kreiser, going to go right to the front with Fergal Lynch, hopefully go all the way. St. Mamie, number 9, my key horse there in the 12th race. It's a nice pick 5 sequence, including a couple stake races, that nice allowance race on the turf. Let's take a look here at this amateur race. This is kind of a crapshoot here. That's why I go 6 deep to kick things off. It's a maiden 16, 1 mile on the bowl game, rail setting at 17 feet. 4 amateur riders. I go with the 5, Justifiable Jr. from the Linda Albert barn. A good second at this level 2 starts ago. That's about all I have here.
Well, I like that horse last time on the turf, July 23rd, behind Budley Buddy, just in front of B-Back. Just missed it, a big price. That was the first time with Lasix on the grass. Horse worked out a decent trip, a little rank early, just missed to close in. I look at these races, a lot of times these amateur rider races, I kind of want horses up fairly close to the pace. I think we've got one. I know you used the 4 Indy Wars in your late pick 5 ticket, right?
Yep.
For Cal Lynch. I think this horse might be the speed of the speed. You look at that debut run, July the 1st, opening quarter, 21-1, 43-4, and this horse wasn't too far off of it going into the turn. Got to the dirt, dropped down. Looks kind of like a giveaway horse. Back to the turf. I'm going to give this horse one final shot. I think hits a soft spot. You look at the breeding, go back in the breeding, back to the second dam and all the way through. This horse wants to stretch out. I think if this horse can clear, can relax on the lead, and take the field coast to coast.
By Bernardini, want a son of Bernardini? You can have one today for $16,000 here in race 8. I like the 4 Indy Wars, nice 10-1 price. I use that runner. Let's see, we both like the 2 as well on the wings of for trainer Mike Trombetto. This horse a useful 4th last out against Maiden Special Weight Company on a yielding turf course, so should be dead fit on the drop here to Maiden 16.
Yeah, slight drop. It looks like out of the restricted races, those VA bred races. It was part of an entry. Just got too far back last time. I like to see a little bit closer to the pace, and this horse should make a decent run into it. A wide open affair, 4-5-2-8 for me.
All right, 4-9-2-4 for me in the 8th race. I go 6 deep there in the first leg of that late pick 5. All right, the first of 2 stake races today. They're both for $75,000 purse, going 7 furlongs on the main track. Race 9 will kick off the late pick 4. Scratch the 2, Fury of the Norseman from the Chaladon. We have a video spotlight here of the 9-5 morning line favorite, the 6, A Fleet Willie. This was his effort in the Grade 3 General George last February here at Laurel Park.
Well, sometimes your best races aren't the races you win, and A Fleet Willie, unfortunately, was caught down inside on the 18th of February in the General George. And during that course of time, December, January, February, the rail really wasn't great. You're going to see this horse bobble a little bit out of the break. You didn't want to do that against the likes of Imperial Hinge stall walking, dude. And then this horse is going to make a decent little middle move. You see down inside, goes up and forces the pace with Imperial Hand. Imperial Hand is what just came back and won, I think, within the last week. A huge sprint race was that up at Saratoga. But A Fleet Willie battles inside, and that was just the worst place to be on the 18th. That's good enough, guys. Fades a little bit through the final 1/8 of a mile, but I thought held on pretty well, all things considered. The early trouble, the bobble out of the gate, and then pinned down inside. A Fleet Willie draws outside today. There is some speed. Anytime, any place. Will go out. He'll have a target. I think the biggest key is when he looks to the outside, can he handle It's the Journey making that run?
Well, I love the cutback from the mile last out where he won a nice money allowance race at Delaware going a mile. Now we're cutting back here to 7 furlongs today. I love that. And I remember going into the General George, the barn, the horse had won 3 in a row, and the barn was very, very high on him that day. And he didn't disappoint. And then how about the effort he ran in the Harrison Johnson, a second beaten ahead by Matt King Cole, who's a very sharp winner that day for Linda Rice, 96 by her in the Harrison Johnson. Then they freshened him up. Good comeback win at Delaware. Very impressive workout here at Laurel last weekend, going 5 furlongs, a minute flat, the fastest of 26 works that day. So lots to like here about the 6 of Fleet Willie. Victor Carrasco aboard for Claudio Gonzalez. The 7, It's a Journey, though. The Maryland bred's on a roll. 4-year-old by Mineshaft here. Larry Johnson, homebred. Mike Trombetta, the trainer, has won 3 in a row. So this horse's confidence is sky high, and gets Alex Centron is going to get a nice stalking trip. I would imagine. Yeah, well, this horse could maybe go to the front here from the outside.
He's going to be close. I think the 5, anytime, any place, does his best running right up on the engine. Red Dragon Tattoo has the blinkers go on, could also be forward, but It's the Journey won't be too far out of it. I don't think any more than 2 lengths out of it after a half of a mile. He'll make the move into it. This is where he's willing to test the waters. He's going to step up, face some horses that have been through that 3 other than condition. Seasoned sprinters rocking on by. You can't fault him at all. It's been a long time since a win. I think he finds a piece in race 9 because I think he's going to get enough flow to set up his kick.
Yeah, classy 6-year-old rocking on by. They've managed this horse very well. Stephen Casey and owner Stephen Ferguson. They made over $430,000 with him. He likes to be second. 16 seconds from 47 starts, but he's always right there in the exacta. So for you big exacta players, it looks like a 2-horse race. Maybe the 6 of Fleet Willie and the 7, It's the Journey. But yeah, watch out for the 1 rocking on by to get up there.
One of my favorites. It's been a little tough luck, old rocking on by, but I think he'll make an impression on this field.
All right, nice feature there in race 9. Let's take a look here at the 10th race. It's a nice first level allowance contest. A other than 3 and up, going a mile and an eighth. 9 furlongs here on the Exceller turf course. Rail setting at 70 feet, and the 13 Do That Dance has been in great form recently since the barn switch here to trainer Noah Abramson. A couple good seconds against Allowance Company, and then a very good third was in front turner for home last out in the fine stakes. Just Howard was a very sharp winner that day on a soft yielding turf course to pass a couple races here for the 13 Do That Dance. So he'll love the turf today. Sheldon Russell aboard. We'll get a deep price here, a decent price. Well, scratch the 10 and the 14. That's going to hurt the price here on the 13 Do That Dance.
Yeah, I'm seeing maybe 2 to 1, 5 to 2 on Do That Dance. The key advantage he has a little bit more tactical speed, it looks like, than the rest of this field, and he's thriving right now. Back in Maryland, back with Noah Abramson, and he's back in the right conditions, too. He's running against some tougher horses down the road. I think he just kind of goes out there, maybe takes target of somebody. Maybe Speed Gracer goes, or even Maryland Pride goes out towards the front. He's going to make enough move, I think, to get separation on the field when they turn for home. The main threats in the back of the pack, How's Your Sugar, I believe in Enough Is Enough. That would be the 11 and the 15.
How's Your Sugar? A sharp win against Maryland Bred Allowance Company 2 starts ago. The Open Allowance Company last out on the yielding turf course. An okay effort that day, comes out of the same Do That Dance race. Julian Pimentel got the money for me in the finale yesterday on that front runner for Leah Giramati. So thanks, Julian. And he'll be tough here. Gary Kapp with the win yesterday. The 15, Enough Is Enough, and the 16, they draw in. And the 15, Enough Is Enough, has been running against Open Company, Allowance Company here at Laurel 2 starts ago. Monmouth last out for Mary Epler. Alex Centron gets aboard. This horse likes to come from out of it. Hopefully isn't too far back early on.
Yeah, pretty steady effort since being claimed. The 3-back try, the state bred win. Not too bad after encountering some trouble nearing the far turn. Enough Is Enough 2-back against Do That Dance. And with the extra 16th of a mile could help him. He shortens up a little bit from that mile and 3/8, and it certainly could help How's Your Sugar. He had to wait just a little bit leaving the far turn, maybe to the quarter pole. Got a seam up the rail, How's Your Sugar did, but just was too late. He just needs a little extra help up front. If he gets it, I think he's going to be awfully tough. I like the way he finished up last time.
So I'll use the 16 as well. Chateau, Dave Vizil for the Hall of Famer King Leatherberry. Katie Davis had a 2-win day yesterday. She was aboard. This 5-year-old son of Jazzo last out, a good second against Starter Allowance Company up there at Delaware. Was a fast closing sprinter here on the Laurel grass back in July. So we'll get a decent price maybe on the 16 Chateau. 8 to 1 morning line with the scratches, probably about 6, 7 to 1 or something on that runner. So nice allowance race going 9 furlongs on the Exceller there in race 10. Let's take a look here at the Shine again. $75,000 purse. Filly mares 3 and up going 7 furlongs. Scratch to 1. Lucky in Malibu. The 4 Bohem de Lavi. The 7 in the Navy Now. The 8 Stormy Sky and the 9 True Romance. But a nice field here. We have a video spotlight of your top pick. The 6 Line of Best Fit. Here's her last race last weekend at Timonium.
I mean, we got to show Timonium, don't
Gotta
we?
show the big
Gotta
T.
show the big T. We'll run it here from the far turn, leaving about the quarter pole. Riveteer Gloria out for the lead. A little duel. My Magician, that's Claudio, now going up to a short lead at the 8th pole. And Line of Best Fit had these horses in its sight, but the little shorter stretch might have just been, tough too much. This horse was shortening back up from the longer races, but a good grinding run, Line of Best Fit. And I'm not worried at all. On the quick turn back, you see lineup just fit the wire, just came a little too soon, just couldn't quite get up. Turning back in this shorter period, Kieran, you see it, a decent sample, 13 horses, nearly 40% with a positive ROI. These horses are all going to come down off the morning line. Would not surprise me if lineup best fit goes off the favorite, but I think there's plenty enough speed between Summer House. I had it, what was it? Mamma Mia, Maria, the 3 horse, and even Summer Reading. Those 3 could all be converged. Maybe at the quarter pole, sets it up nicely for the 6th lineup best fit.
All right, if I like a closer in this race as well, the 11 Bombshell, my top pick. You like this horse as well, and you're exact. Yeah, Jimmy Jerkins with 2 in here. The one of the favors, the 13 Summer Reading, stretching out from 3/4 and 5.5 on the turf. I like the cutback in distance here for the 11 Bombshell. A nice win. Going 2 turns here at Laurel, last out against 2 other than Allowance Company. A good effort against Allowance Company back in June at Delaware. Kevin Gomez rides here. Jimmy Jerkins second off the layoff, 29%, and he's a solid 19% going route to sprint here. So I love the 11 Bombshell. 1 for 1 here at Laurel.
Yeah, just looking for that horse that can add a little bit of punch to your exotics, and she looks like the one. Summer House, the 2, the 3, the 13, they all look like they've hit their limit of where they are. Right. I think this filly's going to make one more step in her career, and I think today might be the day. She doesn't have to move up a ton, maybe a couple lengths, but I think she's got a race over the track, a win over the track. I think she'll be firing late.
We both like some of the same horses here. I like the 2 Summer House. You like the 3 Mama Maria there for David Canizzo. Both fillies with some early speed.
Yeah, both early. Summer House, I think we'll have to go ahead and send to hold position. She looks like she wants the front end. Mama Mia Maria faced the likes of Karina Mia last time out. Gets a little relief from this race today. I think this horse, she's going to be tough. She can fight it out on the front end. I think she'll move to a narrow lead ahead of the stretch. Can she hold off the closers?
All right, even with the scratch, it's still a big field. Some nice filly mares in the Shine again for $75,000, going 7 furlongs on the main track to kick off the late daily double on this big 12-race card. Let's take a look here at the 12th. Hopefully you're alive and all your will pays, and there's some big will pays for you going into the finale. 7,500 starter allowance for filly mares going 1 mile and a 16th on the bowl game, rail at 17 feet, and I think the 9 St. Mamie's going to go right to the front here with Fergal Lynch aboard for Tim Kreiser. This horse in good form, Sense of Claim, a nice win first off the claim against Allowance Company at Penn. Good second last out against Open 15 on a yielding turf course at Penn National. Was a front runner that won the last yesterday, Glowing Ember, with Julian Pimentel aboard. Hopefully Fergal Lynch can do the same thing in the finale here today.
Ember. That horse shocked me. That horse got pounded down.
Glowing
just made
Ember.
my line look horrific. I think I had the horse 8-1 on the line. There was a scratch or 2 in that race, but took pressure every step of the way. I mean, she's given it up when she's had clear leads. Yesterday, she digs in the entire way for a win. Looked like Kieran had that horse and nailed it to the wire. Did not get it done. St. Mamie, though, will have to deal with Venezuelan Beauty. I think she'll actually force the issue a little bit. Might take a little starch out of the 9. Kara's Nene back to her favorite track. I think she'll get a good stalking position, angle off that rail. She likes to kind of track horses from the outside. Kara's Nene in a return to Laurel.
What'd they take her to Suffolk for? She'd won, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row or 4 in a row here at Laurel. They ship her up to Boston. She was the beaten favorite up there. She loves it here. Perfect 4 for 4 at Laurel Park. I use her. I have her in I have her fifth actually. I go
Okay.
against her. I have her fifth, but if
Yeah.
you're playing, if you're going, if you're spreading deep here in race 12, yeah, you have to. I guess I was a little hard on the 2, Kara's Nene, to have her out of my top 4, but
Yeah.
I like the 7 and the
Yeah.
exacta here. Shifra Magician, a good second. Last time we saw her here on the turf at Laurel, good second behind Kara's Nene.
Schiffer Magician in good form right now, moving up, up, and up. That would not surprise me at all. The transition back to the turf course, this is what she wants, and Forest Boys fits this horse to a T.
And we both like a long shot there. The 3 Street Miz for trainer Marco Salazar and Laura Lee Glazier. These two have teamed up for some nice price winners before. And this horse, a nice win 2 starts ago right here at Laurel on a firm turf course, 72 buyers. She didn't run that bad in the William Backer against a tough stakes field on a yielding turf course. Glazier, a hard trying jockey, should get a ground saving trip on the inside. I think a live long shot, the 3 Street Miz.
User underneath. The mile and the 16th. I liked her at a mile a couple races back. It's that extra 16th of a mile. She needs an absolutely perfectly timed run if she's going to win at this distance.
All right, we're out of time. 12 race card for you today, featuring 7 on the big world-class turf course. 2 features, the Shaladon and the Shine Again. Good luck. We have 3 pick 4s. Little carryover in that Rainbow pick 6. And that industry low 12% taken on both pick 5s. And tomorrow, hope you can come out and join it for Sunday brunch and NFL football. 105.7 The Fan. Baltimore Game Day Uncensored with Jerry Coleman, Vinny Serrato, and former Baltimore great Bruce Laird. They'll be here tomorrow for the Baltimore Ravens pregame show. The sports bar is going to be packed tomorrow, and you can win some money with the $3,000 football pick'em contest. Go up to the sports bar today or tomorrow to play that football contest, and every game, every Sunday up there at the sports bar.
Perfect. You know, we've got it all set up. It's a great chance to showcase what we have up there at the sports bar. If you like horses, you like football, you know, a couple cocktails. I think you got what you want right here at Laurel Park.
We'll have all the college football games on up there for you today. Best of luck here with your football picks and your picks here. 12 races today. Dave Robin coming up. We'll have today's scratches and changes. Good
Stan,
luck.
I see somebody walking by. You think they have any red cans upstairs?
Possibly. Big day like this.
Yeah,
you
they
have
might
to
have
be
a couple
prepared.
red cans. There he
Preparedness.
is, the hammer. All right, good luck today.